Happy New Year and welcome to In Touch with Durham County. I'm Deborah Craig-Ray and we have a treat today. We're using the entire show to take a quick look back at 2022 in Durham County government. We will share memories, accomplishments, and successes from the past year. And as usual, there are many. Let's begin by taking a quick review of some of the guests that appeared on In Touch during the past year. We began the year still in the throes of the COVID pandemic. Dr. Alicia Smith, Communications Manager for Durham Public Health, came on and spoke on the challenges of keeping the community informed about the COVID vaccine and other important points. Elections Director Derek Bowen joined us to give important dates and details to help our voters as they prepared for the primary and the general elections of 2022. Like so many other organizations, keeping and attracting a talented workforce proved very challenging in the pandemic. Human Resources Manager Deborah Richardson shared strategies the county was using to address vacancies in vital public sector jobs. Carolyn Kruger, Executive Director of Kids Voting, discussed how her program engages our youngest residents in the voting process. Mental health continued to be a hot topic as the pandemic waned on. For the second year in a row, we asked psychiatrist Dr. Mehul Mankad to discuss the state of our mental health after 2 years of a pandemic and major changes in our lifestyles. He shared critical insights about when and how to seek help. Durham County's Board of Commissioners named a new county manager, Dr. Kimberly Sowell. She was with us for the entire show to talk about her excitement with her new professional challenge, and she shared her vision for the future of Durham County government. Speaking of commissioners, we heard from our 3 most tenured board members. Chair Brenda Howerton spoke about working in critical leadership roles with the National Association of Counties and with the North Carolina Association of County Commissioners, and how it helps her support our various programs and services. Vice Chair Wendy Jacobs reflected on her role as board chair during the beginning of the pandemic and having to declare a state of emergency to protect our residents. And Commissioner Heidi Carter shared insights about how serving on multiple boards and commissions helps her operate more effectively in working to help shape various county policies. Speaking of our leaders, 3 of our commissioners were appointed to key positions with the National Association of Counties, better known as NACO. During the annual conference, President Denise Winfrey appointed Chair Howerton to the NACO Board of Directors. She also chairs the Healthy Counties Committee. Commissioner Nemeshina Burns was selected as Vice Chair of the Justice and Public Safety Steering Committee and as Vice Chair of the Resilient Counties Advisory Board. Vice Chair Wendy Jacobs was selected as a member of NACO's Familiar Faces Initiative Leadership Network. Our Durham County Sheriff, Clarence Burkhead, was reelected to his 2nd term in November. Governor Roy Cooper appointed Sheriff Burkhead to serve on the Governor's Crime Commission. I am looking forward to welcoming him to the show soon to talk about important new projects. And Budget and Management Services Director Keith Lane received the A. John Jack Vogt Lifetime Achievement Award for outstanding commitment to the advancement of local government budgeting and evaluation. We are very excited for all of them. Yes, 2022 was an exciting year for Durham County leaders and staff. The great things that we're doing caught the eye of many high-level visitors anxious to see our work. Vice President Kamala Harris visited Durham County 2 separate times. Her first visit was to Durham Technical Community College to tour the IBEW Local 553 Apprentice Training Program to recognize workforce development. She returned later in the year to highlight efforts to reduce healthcare costs for our seniors and to discuss important provisions in the Inflation Reduction Act. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen visited our county leaders to talk about our COVID relief efforts and the American Rescue Plan Act. And North Carolina Attorney General Josh Stein joined leaders to talk about the national opioid settlement and how we plan to use the millions of dollars coming to our community to address substance use disorder. There's a lot more to reflect on from 2022. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we will share many other successes and accomplishments. Stay with us. We'll see you on the other side.
I have family members who I care about deeply, and they have given me reasons as to why they don't want to get the vaccine. Many of them are young, and I tell them about my pandemic experience, and I have to account for every death in Durham County. And I let them know that this vaccine is safe, it's effective, it's not going to impede your way of life, it's not going to stunt your swag, if you will. If anything, it's going to make you healthier, and you should get the vaccine as soon as possible.
I want to talk to you about the updated booster. It has a lot of great ingredients, but this has a lot of ingredients, but with an updated recipe. The updated booster is like the original vaccine, but better. We updated the ingredients in the COVID booster to fight specific variants to be even more delicious, effective in keeping you safe and healthy.
Stay protected against COVID-19. Find the updated booster at myspot.nc.gov.
Welcome back. In case you're just tuning in, we're devoting the entire In Touch to a recap of the year 2022 in Durham County. As COVID cases declined, Durham County terminated the declaration of emergency that had been in effect since mid-March 2020. Durham County Public Health continued to provide information and COVID vaccines. However, in early summer, Durham County announced its first case of monkeypox. Just as had been done with COVID, health officials set up clinics to provide a series of vaccines to combat the condition and vigorously shared public health information all across Durham County. Our public health department garnered many awards for its outstanding work. Public Health received a $4 million Office of Minority Health grant to launch Bull City Strong with community partners. The COVID-19 Data Dashboard won an Innovative Practice Honorable Mention Award from the National Association of County and City Health Officials. The Nutrition Division's Dine program won the GlaxoSmithKline Foundation Child Health Recognition Award in the Local Health Department category. Continuing with awards, we received 7 NACO awards at the annual conference. Winners were the Durham County Transit Plan, Durham County Administrative Assistant Chatbot, Board of Elections Ballot Tracking Application, Social Services Low-Income Homeowners Relief Program, Social Services Emergency Rental Assistance Program, Library Innovation League, and our Mobile Integrated Healthcare Community Paramedic Program. Congratulations to everyone who contributed to those awards. We all know that approving the annual budget is the most important responsibility the county commissioners must execute each year. Our board approved a $795 million budget with no tax increase in 2022. Those dollars helped Durham Public Schools, pre-K expansion, maternal health support, mental health services, school nurses, and provided salary and benefit increases for our outstanding employees. And in a very bold move, our board placed a $500 million bond referendum on the November ballot. This was the largest bond ever proposed and included funding for Durham Public Schools, Durham Technical Community College, and the Museum of Life and Science. We invited leaders from all of those entities to discuss the projects on this show to help the community fully understand this important issue. Our economic development success has continued. You may not realize it, but since the pandemic began, many major economic development announcements have been made here in Durham. And nearly half of everything that has come to the Triangle region is in Durham County. We witnessed the announcements of Catalent, which plans to invest $40 million in Durham County, creating 201 jobs, a Biogen gene therapy expansion, SmartWires, a global technology company, and the groundbreaking for the Horseshoe at Hub RTP, just to name a few projects. During the year, our Economic Development Office, led by Andy Miracle, became a full-fledged department and hired additional staff. Andy actually appeared on the show just last month to talk about their great work. The American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA funding, continued to be a major project for our county government. You may know that we are receiving $64 million to use for critical needs, including food insecurity, broadband and digital equity, youth enrichment, mental health, and child care. Our staff recently presented the Board of Commissioners with a well-vetted plan to provide 49 nonprofits with more than $10.3 million as they work in areas which align with the county's ARPA framework. And those efforts will continue in 2023. ARPA spending, affordable housing, maternal health, reducing violence are just a few of the key issues you'll hear more about in the coming months. Please follow us on our website, social media, and this show to stay informed about your Durham County government. Well, that wraps up today's show. We look forward to bringing you even more useful information and exciting news from our departments and leaders as we move through 2023. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time on In Touch with Durham County. Cheers.